Good afternoon and welcome to episode 2 of Talk About It Tuesdays, and today I'm joined with General Manager Kerry and we're going to be discussing 3 things. Firstly, we're going to be talking about Kerry's charity bike ride, then we're going to be touching base on the first tee developments.
Yes.
And also Redditch Golf Club have been nominated and shortlisted for Team of the Year, so we're going to talk about that. Over to Kerry then. Welcome.
Thank you.
So was it 2 weeks ago now that you did your trip up to Scotland?
Yes. Still suffering a little bit.
That's the arse. You're not on your rubber ring anymore though.
No rubber ring. No.
Got an improvement there.
Yeah, I think I've developed a steel bum. So yeah. You won't go into
Cheeks are steel. Everyone's going to be looking at your bum now.
I know. There's the trees.
But anyway, so touching base, we always get sidetracked, don't we? You weren't actually doing it for charity to begin with, were you? So tell the members who don't already know why you were originally going to Scotland.
Yeah, so it's an educational programme that originated from America, and it was the first time it was actually brought back to the UK. So I got selected alongside other 15 general managers from different golf clubs from all over the place, from London, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, even Jersey. And nobody really knew each other, so it was a really interesting thing, and it was all about getting people like general managers, where normally you're stuck in the office, outside and talking about some of the really interesting comments and topics that you get
some stress. Yeah,
it is. It's being a general manager. It's quite a lonely place because you're there to support your team. You're there to actually protect your team as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on you as well to keep your form and not show any weaknesses and things, so it must be really difficult.
Yeah. And obviously my weaknesses were shown on the sort of Facebook updates, but it was quite interesting. Some of the comments, you're in a really safe environment as well, so you could really open up and talk about some of the challenges that you have. And there was a mixture of private golf clubs, proprietary clubs, resort clubs. And they're all going through the same sort of transition. They're all going through exactly the same issues. And that's probably the one thing, as a general manager, that you do have some sort of level of comfort. Yeah. That it's not just you, it's not just your club. The same issues arise everywhere, and it's a really good sort of network to be able to try and overcome those. Yeah. On a really sort of like small community sort of basis. So
absolutely, yeah.
Yes, and then obviously you spoke me into doing it for charity, which
I bet you're cursing me.
It put me under a little bit more pressure. I thought, well, if I don't want to do 25 miles, I don't need to. And then obviously I went for the...
But look how well you did, and you actually raised £1,355 for charity. So that's just incredible.
It was really good, and thank you to all the members, not only who donated towards our captain's charity, the Primrose Hospice, but also the words of encouragement, mainly from my team, absolutely fantastic, but some of the members as well. And like I say, there was a lot of raw emotion that came out. So yeah, I really do appreciate everybody for their kind support and comment.
I don't think I'm the only one that shed a tear watching your video. It was really hard to watch. Like, we were all so proud of you. So it was just incredible following you on the journey. No, you did absolutely amazing. So myself, the rest of the team are also proud, and I know that all of the members are as well, so well done.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be signing you up for next year.
Well,
bigger and better next year.
Well, I have committed to the next one, so we're known as Trailblazers, because it was the first one that took place in the UK. And the next one's in Norfolk.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, brilliant.
So I was like, sign me up.
I'll come with you if you like it.
I need a buddy for next year.
So yeah, then we've got that to look forward to. Will it be a similar time of year again, or?
No, so it's going to be April next year.
Oh, nice. Nicer weather, because you had torrential wind, didn't you?
50-mile-an-hour winds. It was quite scary at one point. So they're going to be doing it twice a year. So the next one's in Norfolk in April. And because the first one was in Kelso, we're looking to potentially go back there for its first anniversary. So
Nice,
just to keep it a little bit more
without the Oh, fabulous! I look forward to it. So you'll have to keep us posted.
Yes, we'll do. Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah. For any of the members that didn't attend the forum last week, are you able to shed some light on the First Tee development and what is hopefully in store for the club?
Yes, this has been going on for quite a while actually. But the first forum that took place was actually in April 2022. And obviously we had Mark Westenborg from the course architect going through a number of different designs and was looking at a master plan to have a look at our driving range and our first tee. That was all approved by the members. And then as we were going through the more detailed of the planning, what developed was some really interesting opportunities for the club. And because it is all cost neutral, there is an awful lot, whereas some people would say it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for the club going forward. We felt it was so strong of an opportunity that we wanted to present it to the membership. And sometimes when you look at maps, you look at diagrams, you don't really get the gist of it. So we had some flyovers created. They're not to completely to plan.
They're really helpful to see though.
They were, and I think it gave the members a little bit more insight in terms of how it will eventually look, what the finished article is going to be. There will be a lot of detail going out following. We're just waiting on some time frames and time scales in terms of how long each step would take. But hopefully we'll try and get that out to members by the end of this week, early next week. It's extending the first hole, which will keep the integrity of the first. So instead of it being a short par 4, it will be more or less the same sort of yardage. A new USGA green to be built, which will be close to the second tee. So the second hole will then come into play, and a lot of the feedback we've had over many years for those members that have been here for a long time is we don't have a short par 3. So we were presented with an opportunity to change the second hole to 130 to 160 yards and to put a feature pond down by the second.
I know some people won't like the sound of that. It's a bit more of a challenge for them.
A bit more of a challenge, and on the flyovers, if you ever do get to see the flyovers, the pond does look very, very big, but it won't be as large. But it just brings some of the features into play, and it just looks, it's just a really, really exciting prospect. And the general feedback from the members who were in that forum, I think the second hole is something that they would consider. There are concerns over moving the first green, but the whole aspect of it is a really good opportunity. Obviously, the driving range, there's no change to the original design of the driving range, and then obviously there'll be an added putting green, which is currently where the first tee is positioned. So they're the two main ones. Then we were given another opportunity to consider the short course. So we do have a short course at the moment. It's not fit for purpose. It's okay for a little bit of chipping and pussing, but what we wanted to do is to really try and create a state-of-the-art short course. And we've been shown some plans for that area, and it looks incredible. It really, really does. Some of the frustrations we have with the members at the moment when we have a competition day, there's not a lot of room down there, especially when we have junior training on a Saturday morning. And obviously the junior training is really, really important for us, for the club, and also for the industry.
Absolutely,
so, trying to find that balance has been quite challenging over the last couple of years. So there'll be some very, very large greens, multiple hitting areas, so you can really accommodate an awful lot of members on there. And again, that's really, really interesting. So there'll be some more detail coming out about that. Moving on to the 9th, we do need a balancing pond as part of the first tee and the driving range.
Yeah.
Originally, the balancing pond is actually to the right-hand side, situated between the first fairway and the 9th fairway.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit lost.
Yeah.
It can
Hasn't
go
it kind of
there.
purpose there?
No, it can go there. But,
Yeah.
you know, again, the presentation showed that we would look to take out the bunker on the left-hand side of the 9th hole,
Yeah.
9th green, and put the balancing pond in there. So again, it will create a feature hole.
Yeah.
And then on the right-hand bunker, that's underneath the oak tree, that would just we would just create a runoff for that area. So again, a change in landscape, but something that would actually create a feature.
Yeah.
And again, I think in general that was pretty well received.
Yeah.
Then we move on to the 10th. And
both of these had a question mark, didn't they?
They
So
did.
they're opportunities that were presented to us.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, the 10th was an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
Again, all of this is cost neutral, but there was an opportunity to bund by the 10th
Yeah.
on the right hand side, going all the way up. So instead of it going left to right,
Yeah.
and a lot of people do lose their
They
balls.
do, yeah.
The rough area is very, very untidy. So when you look at the rest of the course in general, you know, there is an opportunity to actually smarten that area up
Yeah.
and to balance it up. Some of the feedback was, you know, brilliant, because I'm
Yeah.
always losing my balls down in that location. But there were some members who
Like the
felt,
challenge.
yeah, they do, and they felt by doing that it would turn the 10th hole into
An easier hole. Yeah.
so that was definitely a contentious sort.
Yeah.
But overall, the benefits to the course and the benefits to the club long term will be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
There will be disruption. Again, there will be some information going out in terms of timelines, but we will always have 18 holes open throughout the whole.
And the aim is to keep disruption to a minimum, isn't it?
That's right. So ideally, for example, if the members did vote in favour of the whole project going ahead, the first area would be the 10th and the short course.
Okay.
So any soil that is then deposited onto our land, that soil will not move, and we won't start any phase of the project until it's all in.
Okay.
So that gets moved, 10th done, open the 10th, move to this short course,
Yeah.
then it would be the second,
In stages.
and then come back down. So it just means that you're not halfway through a job and then there's no soil, and then there's any sort of delays.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that the members will sort of try and understand that a little bit more, and again, there will be information going out to members on that. There were some questions over planning and over vehicle access and a few other bits and pieces. The current members' entrance will not be used for construction traffic.
Yeah.
So, for example, for the short course, we will create a new entrance at the back of Greenkeeper's shed.
Yeah.
And then when they start work on the first and the second, there will be a new route created to come in by the existing driving range. So the car park, the residence entrance,
will be as normal.
that won't be affected at all. In regards to planning, they're not at a planning stage yet, and obviously we do
We
need
need to know what we're
members'
doing
support
first. Yeah.
in order to actually go ahead and get things moving. You know, and again, there were questions on how many lorries, when would the lorries come. You know, these conversations and these decisions are actually made by the council itself. We can't influence either way. So even though, you know, the members are asking these questions at the moment, we can't answer those. But obviously that will go through the consultation phase once we're at that planning stage.
Yeah.
But some really, really exciting times.
Yeah.
I think, you know, with some of the members, you know, a number of members have experienced some type of disruption. 25 years ago, when we had all the greens, and we had some fantastic members that really spoke up at the forum as well.
Yeah.
Both in the afternoon session and also in the evening session. And if the club at the time and the members at the time didn't take the decision to do the greens when they did, obviously
the course wouldn't be at the standard it's at now, would it? So.
No. And you know, all other courses are doing the same things. You know, technology has moved forward.
Yeah.
You know, the younger golfers are getting better.
Yeah.
The technology's enabling
And more
them to
people are
move
interested
forward.
in golf again now. I think lockdown really helped
Yeah.
bring back the golf industry, because at one point it was struggling, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just looking after that now and keeping people interested and keeping the membership here. So
Yeah.
it all sounds really exciting.
It
So-
is. It is. I mean, you know, it will be great for Jam and the team as well. You know, for Jamie to get involved in a project
Yeah.
as large as this.
Yeah.
You know, that will be a great benefit to him, also the team, for them to nurture and to grow as well. So
Absolutely, yeah.
it's you know, it's a really positive step forward for everybody to be involved.
Yeah. Well, fantastic.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Hopefully we can get the ball rolling and all the membership supports it, and yeah,
Fingers
it'll be
crossed.
good to see it all finish.
Yes. In about 5 years' time.
We'll all just have to muck in and just put up for a little bit, but it'll be so worth it in the end.
No pain, no gain.
Exactly. And finally, talk to us about Redditch Golf Club being shortlisted for Team of the Year.
Yes, so
Fantastic news.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Absolutely, so proud of everybody involved in it. So the GCMA, which is the Golf Club Managers Association, they have a conference every 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's predominantly for golf club managers or
Yeah.
assistant managers or people coming through the system. And they do have awards every 2 years in support of that. So the committee, BNF committee, Bob Sylvester put a letter together and was sent in. And then I got contacted by the judging panel to submit some supporting documentation. From that supporting documentation, we have been shortlisted for Team of the Year, and myself and the team will be going to Warwickshire next Tuesday for a Dragon's Den style interview.
Oh, brilliant.
So, yeah, a bit intense, but no, really, I think it's a testament for the whole team. And even though it's the heads of the department that are going to the interview stage, you know, we wouldn't be where we are and
Without
we wouldn't be
everybody.
shortlisted without everybody being involved. And the team, you know, and I am probably being biased, but it's the best team that we've ever had. You know, there's been some challenging and some difficult times for the team, but I think we all support each other.
We do.
And I think it's something that we should all be very, very proud of. So yes, we've been shortlisted. We will find out on Monday the 13th of October.
Brilliant. So not even far away.
No, 6 weeks.
Fingers crossed then.
6 weeks, yeah, and I'm working on the conference at the moment, so obviously I'm working on the conference side with the GCMA, which is getting a little bit stressful because it's like 40 days countdown. And then obviously with the team as well. So again, I think it's another exciting time, you know, for the team, and hopefully the members will all be proud of the successes that hopefully the team will have over the next couple of months.
I've got fingers and toes crossed for everybody. We'll have to keep everyone updated as soon as we know.
Yes, for the gala dinner,
Lovely. So just to wrap up then, we'll be sending out information on the first forum at First Tee Development later this week or next week.
We're just waiting on some timelines to come back from Oakland and also the architect. Purely because the members wanted to really understand how much time each phase would be. So we're trying to give the members as much information as they can in order for them to make a more informed decision.
Yeah, that's fine. Lovely. So we'll be sending that out as soon as possible then, really. And if anyone has any questions or anything they want to talk to Kerry about, just drop her an email and she'll get back to you as soon as she can. But we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.